Did we add music this time?
I know.
Ready to boost your video creations? Try Maxon Studio. Maxon Studio's got your back with a sleek dashboard that's like your own personal editing playground. We're talking dynamic capsules galore. Our capsules are designed to supercharge your content creation game inside After Effects. So say goodbye to staring at a blank screen wondering where to start. Maxon Studio hooks you up with pre-designed, customizable elements. The collection is always growing, from elegant motion graphics to seamless transitions, animated titles, and amazing effects. The best part is, you don't need to be a design wizard or spend hours tweaking every little detail, because user-friendly controls make it easy to tweak text, colors, and more to match your vibe. So, what are you waiting for? Start creating breathtaking videos today with Maxon Studio. Take it for a spin with our free 14-day trial. Level up your content now.
And we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Create with Maxon. And I'm glad that you're joining us today. Today, we got something special. We are joined by our best buddy, Hashi from
Woo!
Hey, everybody. Hello. Thank you so much for having me today. I'm doing great. How are all of you doing today?
We're
Good.
doing well. And Alexandru is also still here.
Woo!
Hey, Alex.
Alexandru.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the machine gun compliments. Wait, there's Hashi. Go chat.
Oh, they're coming. They're coming.
They're coming. We prepped something special for you guys today, and I think in the first week we talk a little bit about motion design, and we touch a little bit about the theory. Chad was talking about the composition, and I fill it up a little bit with some color theory. I know that we are far from finished to talk about that, and we plan to do that today. But since we have a great guest coming, and we have some content ready for you guys, I think it's better if we postpone the theory sessions for another week. What about that? No, it's just saying that I'm not ready. But yeah, I think today we're gonna show you some unique ways to customize capsules inside Maxon Studio. I think last week we talked about Maxon Studio and what is it, and you guys probably already play around with it and create some cool stuff. And by the way, if you create some cool stuff and post it in the social media, don't forget to tag us, hashtag create with Maxon. And also you can tag Red Giants or Maxon VFX as well. Okay. And before we start with Hashi and Alexandru, let me just do a little bit of housekeeping, if that's okay.
Housekeeping
Incoming. So guys, if you want to check what's happening at Maxon, and if you are into like learning our tools and a lot of workflows, you can go to maxon.net/events, and you'll see that there are plenty of events or webinars coming. And if you missed the past two sessions, you can always go to YouTube, type in Maxon Training Team, and you'll be able to see that the past two sessions, Create with Maxons, was there. And not just that, all the other webinars that was hosted by Maxon Training Team will be available there. But if you want to watch VFX and chill, go to Red Giant, right?
Excellent. Do it.
Yes. And
Not right now.
If you're new to the show and you haven't get your free goodies, oh, please do that. You know that you can get one of this cool looking merchandise free for you. So I will post the link and the code in the chat. So to enter the website, you need to enter a special code, and I'll post that in the chat for you. And yeah, you'll be able to get one of this merch for free. All right. So I think that's my part.
That is
Back-
awesome. Go
Yeah.
get free stuff. Whoops. I'm trying to share my screen.
By the way,
Let's see.
if you guys have questions and you would like to reach out to us, please feel free to scan the QR code that you see in your screen, and we'll get into your questions. All right.
Handy dandy. That is awesome. Scan it. Ask questions.
Cool. And Roland from Singapore is just joining. Hey, Roland, thank you very much for joining. Dermot, hello.
Hey, Roland.
Awesome. Right, Hashi.
Excellent. Yeah. So
Last Friday, we have a special capsules delivered, right, in Maxon Studio. And that was like such an amazing, sky replacement. You can create a parametric cloud. You can change things with that cloud. What else do you have, or do you want to talk a little bit about the cloud?
Sure. Well, I mean, hopefully if you weren't here last week and haven't heard one of our hundreds of promos about it, Maxon Studio is available as part of Maxon 1. And so if you have Maxon 1, you've run all of the updates, it's right in your After Effects right now. I can share my screen here. There we go. So what's really handy about it is there's a nice keyboard shortcut. You can just press Control-Alt-Spacebar or Control-Option-Spacebar, I think, if you're on a Mac. And this is what Maxon Studio looks like. It can be undocked if you want it like that. It'll come in like that. But I like to dock it right here, right next to my composition window, which is kind of nice. So I can just just look right over here and be able to just grab stuff. So obviously, Maxon Studio probably was described nicely last week as this wonderful collection of all of these really cool presets and effects and text and things like that you can apply right into whatever composition you're already working in. That's one of the cool things about this, is that it's not like downloading a template and making sure you've relinked all the scene files and stuff. It's a capsule you can apply directly to your comp. And Alexandru here and the amazing dev team have been hard at work, because this is a living, breathing library, which is really cool. And so as of last Friday, they were asking if VFX and Chill would like to contribute some capsules to this, and we very much would. And if you load up your Maxon Studio, you'll see that there's this new cool category right here called VFX and Chill. Seth and I are very excited to start populating this with all sorts of capsules. We've been working with a team for a little while, and we just like the idea of being able to push stuff out to people as we have it ready. So this will be kind of constantly updating, which is really cool. And also right here in the VFX and Chill tab, if it's one of our show days, you can just click right here and view and be taken right to where you can watch the show live. But we're on season break right now, which is why I'm here on Create with Maxon to show off what these capsules do. So the way all of Maxon Studio works is you can go from your lovely library of all capsules, and then you can sort through them with these little categories up here, or you can go do a little filter right here. And also you could search right up here for things. So if I was searching for something like a sky, I would find this lovely capsule, which also happens to be findable if I go over to VFX and Chills tab, because this is one of our capsules that we just created. And I'm just going to click on that, cloudy sky, and I'm going to press apply. It'll grab it from the cloud real quick and then put the clouds right onto your screen. Look at that. So this is a fun little preset, because I always like doing things all inside After Effects that are just kind of little natural phenomena, like cloudy sky. So if you want this sky, all you got to do is press apply, and then it goes right into your comp. And you'll see that it worked right with the comp that I had. It created a little pre-comp right inside it. And not only is it this animated background kind of card, right here in Maxon Studio, you'll see that there's kind of a browse section and also edit section. So right here, I can go right into cloudy sky, and this is the fun part. I can just actually keep this looping here in the background. I can do things like adjust the wind speed, so it can be blazing by a little bit faster. I can change the wind direction, so maybe I want it more of a, like approaching me angle kind of thing. You can mess with the size of the clouds, make them much bigger like that. You can the coverage basically means how much like blue sky versus cloud sky is there. So if I turn coverage all the way up, I get overcast sky moving along. I'll turn it back down so I can see some of the sky again. Maybe like right here. Whoops, too much sky. There we go. I like about that much. And there's also the sky tilt angle, which basically means you could, if you set it down to 0, it'll be like you're looking straight up at the sky. I'm going to slow these clouds down a little bit so that it's like looking at a nice cloudy sky there. And you can do things like mess with the random seed to get different fractals working throughout here. Turn up some haze. I'm going to set the cloud angle back to something like this so you see that perspective again. And then the other things you can adjust in here are all the clouds, the colors that are feeding into this. So if you wanted to, you can see that there's this light angle control, which kind of moves around what angle the shadows are at. That's a little bit more visible if the coverage is slightly lower like this. But I will go to the sky, and I am colorblind here, folks. So everyone here on the show can help me out with this. I can adjust the sky bright to be some kind of maybe yellow color, and the sky dark to maybe be more of a, I don't know, pinkish purpley color or something like that, and do some wild things like that. How about we just go with maybe orange as the sky dark? So that looks really funky right now. But if I want to adjust my cloud highlights, I could have them maybe match the sky brights and have the cloud shadows be kind of a darker red or something like that. And then I can get some more of a sunset kind of feel. I can have the light coming from either above or below. I can turn up their coverage a little bit and maybe turn down the amount of haze and get all sorts of weird things that you like. So you could go through all of this and do whatever looks good to you. This looks a little bit ugly, but it's fun. So the whole idea of this is just to be able to get something really quick. That is the kind of thing that we like to share from both our show and in general. All of these shows love to share stuff with people. So I don't know if there's any discussion within the show to.
That's really cool, Hashi. And you don't know how much it saves a lot of time when you're doing post productions, especially when you're grading and you have like a shot that doesn't match. The sky is so lackluster, and you have to like replace the sky. And this, oh my god, this is amazing.
This is a lot of fun.
So you can like match sky
turn
in different shots like easily.
Yeah, just turn it down to like real slow. You could just have this nice, very peaceful thing. But what's really fun about these is that if you're an After Effects person like I am, you'll notice that this is a pre-comp of sorts. So if you wanted to, you could open up the pre-comp that loads in here, because it comes with basically you'll see the sky controller, and you'll see that almost all the clouds are being generated right here. If you're a little bit curious, this is how they're being generated. They're being generated by fractal noise, followed by extract, another fractal noise, bevel, alpha, CC toner, turbulent displace, basic 3D, transform, and linear wipe. And that's it. All of the little parameters of all of these are getting controlled by what we reveal to you in the capsule, just for ease of use. But if you're on your own little journey of discovery, you can dive into this pre-comp. It's built right here into After Effects. So you could go in here, you could replace things, you could comp something behind and in between the clouds here or whatever, and it's kind of fun. So capsules are a really good jumping off point for exploring and messing around with something, but you could also just use them right out of the bag like this.
I was expecting some CC ball actions there.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
I got so excited. Yeah. I got so excited when you shared first time the capsule with me, and I was like, yes, we need more of this. We need more of Hashi. We need people to try out your stuff. And it's one of the coolest part that everything is pretty much through the cloud, which means we can send to everybody updates like immediately. There's no update required. There's no friction, nothing. Whenever we feel like making something new, we can just put it out there and everybody can try it out.
It's so much fun. And another shout out to team for putting together this UI for it, because it's so easy to access just with the shortcut. And also for all of these effects, you can just hover over them and see what they do. So for example, I can apply this new capsule that was added today. So if you haven't refreshed today, there's a new one from VFX and Chill called Smoke. And if I just go to an empty comp here and press apply there, it'll download it from the cloud super quickly and put it right here. This is the Smoke Precomp. And the whole idea of this is that I would hope that you could do something like, if you had a logo or some text or something like that, you could throw it into this comp, and this comp will generate a little bit of smoke for you. You can go right into here to the settings, just like with the sky, and you can adjust the kind of the smoke amount that is visible there. So you could make it really dense. You could make it a little bit less. You can adjust the speed of the smoke. You can adjust the tilt of the smoke. Oh, I set the speed to negative. So you could even have the smoke flowing back into the letters, it turns out. So I'm going to let's set the speed back to something a little bit more normal there. Okay, let's play again. Here we go. So just some nice little, silky smoke that comes off of this. You can also tint the smoke if you don't want it coming from these colors. And also you'll see a little tip here. Place your logo text in the smoky logo or logo here comp. And you'll see that whenever we bring in something from Maxon Studio, you can see that there are these little folders that are created right here for you. So my smoky logo, under its assets, will have a composition called logo here. And I could dive right into here. And right now it's just a placeholder, but I could replace that with something else. So I could replace it with something like this word, capsules. And I think I actually animated some keyframes on this for some other purpose. But yeah, you could put in your own logo here, and then that'll feed right back into this capsule. So all the smoke color and everything like that is coming right off of whatever layer you want to put in there.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. That's so cool. And on the line of creating these capsules, there are some discussions in the chat. Do you mind if I just put on some questions?
Oh, yeah, let's talk.
Yeah.
Let's talk.
Roland was asking, will the Maxon Studio show how to create capsules? And if not, in the show, perhaps in the future?
Well, I will let you know that it is very exciting. Seth and I are very excited because right now we are creating capsules to go into this ever-expanding library. And the other thing I can say is that you currently cannot create your own capsules, he said with I'll throw to the dev team. Alex, can you create your own capsules in this current exec build?
So you've done exactly what Chad did last time. Can I create my own capsule? Yes, I can create my own capsule. So yeah, I mean, we mentioned last time as well. One of our missions is to ensure that things are shipped when ready. So if anything, stay tuned. Come to our shows, and who knows, maybe one day will be the day where we have Hashi and Chad and Max hanging around and teaching you how to use the product more in depth. But until then, we don't have anything to share. But again, we want to ensure
Absolutely.
everybody.
Did we answer that perfectly for everybody out there? Yeah, yeah.
Most likely,
Please embrace Maxon Studio. Try playing around, discovering and adding things in here, seeing how they're built, because you can literally go into any of these because it creates it custom for the comp that you have. It'll create exactly everything that goes into a capsule to build them. So you can see the way that we are designing them right here. Nothing is actually very hidden from you. It's all using an After Effects workflow. So yeah, take a peek at those, see what they're doing. And yeah, we will be, and then stay tuned at all times to exciting shows like this that
it's like a really good way to learn After Effects as well, Hashi, I must say. It's like, you have like this fantastic scene. It's like, here, reverse engineer it.
It really is. And let's see. I mean, I could just for fun, I'm gonna play this for everybody because this is why capsules are so fun, because they are.
Capsules, so you learn exciting stuff.
Woo!
I love
and
that.
from there, I think that I would love to throw over to Alex, who I believe has some cool stuff to show today.
Thank you, Hashi.
Thank you, Hashi. That was fantastic.
Man, I love working with every single body.
Alex, before you move on and showing us some cool stuff, I think there are some questions in the audience. Dermot was asking, what is actually a capsules? I think we talked about it last week, right? I like to understand capsules like a presets on a steroid, but can you explain that, Alex?
Yeah, I can definitely do that. Do you mind switching the screen to me? Thank you. So, what's a capsule? Well, it's basically anything that can speed up your workflow or that can drive you to faster outcomes, right? I think I mentioned that last week as well. But for me personally, and this is just my case, as a compositor, I love to cheat. So if you give me cheat codes like Hashi does, where I have a sky that I can manipulate and I don't need to create from scratch, I'll definitely take it. And that's basically what capsules are. There's basically many cheat codes to get you to the content creation, and you can focus in directing your art rather than creating from scratch. Now they can come in different shapes and form. Like if you use Cinema 4D, that might be a 3D asset or a material or, I don't know, parametric asset. For Maxon Studio specifically, capsules are what we do with the engine, with this new template engine, where basically we take everything that you have, we encapsulate it, and then we spit out a file format, and then we ship that to you, and try to make it as easy as possible to customize it, so everybody can come in and forget about the learning curve, forget about all the nitty-gritty. You can now become, I don't know, a motion graphic designer in After Effects. So I guess I explain it in too many words what capsules are, but
it's
that's
like the song said, they're customizable, awesome presets. So you learn exciting stuff. It is in between. I think of them as presets in a way, but they just it's basically like it's somewhere between a project file and a preset. So in case you don't know all of the effects available in Universe, a capsule might be a really useful application of one of the Universe effects that you've never even thought to look at. But if you can see a little animated preview just by hovering over it, you might think, yes, that's the effect that I want. And you can apply that right away and have your own comp with the right dimensions and everything for it.
And there are hundreds of Universe effects.
So many.
So many, yes.
Too many. So what do I have prepared for today? Well, I have a little teaser here. I was working on something today, and unfortunately I wasn't able to finish. But again, if you stay tuned, maybe next week, create with Maxon on a Monday. Maybe if you refresh Maxon Studio, maybe you'll get this. And then you can have your own main title, second title, and
Look at that. It's slick. It's like in between Spider-Verse and
John Wick. I would call it Spider Wick.
I'll try to name it that way if legal allows me. Spider Wick.
It's a lot cooler than John Verse.
John Verse.
I guess so. So let me start with the new composition here and a new project. Last time we broke down one of the project files that I set up for the show, where I just showcased a little bit of Geo and how I like to use it to cheat 3D fast and all that kinds of stuff, and how you can generate super fast motion graphic design. So I made that a capsule and we shipped it. So if you have Maxon Studio, please open it and search for Geo. And once you apply it, you basically have the same project file we have gone through last week. And if you go to the edit tab here, you can start customizing some of the stuffs. Like maybe you want the scale a bit bigger. And I try to set it up in a way where, everything is still, let's say, respected with its own effects and boundaries and so on. So you don't have to go inside and say, hey, I just moved these and now nothing gets tracked anymore. Or I don't know, maybe I just changed the text here. Was that the chat? Machine gun compliments, right? Maybe I just changed the text and you still want your stuff to be like displaced around. So I try to set up in a way where everything gets respected. And obviously you can go in and like dig deeper and like mess around and learn geo. But you can also just use the edit page and say, hey, I want more, I don't know, more marbles, or I want a different shade or different colors, or you want to control from here some of the materials, like maybe you want more metalness. I generated a texture last time using Universe Texturize because it's the simplest way to like ship those assets. And you can change the texture directly from here. So if you want something else, you can do that. So yeah, again, you can just come in here, play with the settings. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I want my marbles to be bigger in the background. Maybe I want them to have a different emission color. Let's say like this. No, I'm not colorblind, but I'm definitely horrible with colors. So let's try to make them yellow. There you go. Now it's yellow.
Beautiful.
So yeah. Now I've done a little bit of digging, and if you play with the collapse properties in After Effects, you can create some cool stuff. So if I go back to the edit page and you're like, hey, I don't really like the background, I want to put my own footage, right? Then you can just put the opacity down to 0. And you can see that everything is still kind of like respected to be able to like recreate and maintain the effects with all the marbles and so on. So, like this glass thing here, it's only applied, beneath the footage. You can import your own footage if you want. Maybe you don't like the color correction that I've added here. Maybe you just want, I don't know, different saturation. Then you can do that directly from here. I like oversaturated colors, so I said I'm bad with colors, but it's just what my eyes prefer. And you can do that directly from here. Even this glass thing here, you can change the texture if you want. Let's say maybe you want crayons, and now boom, the texture is changed, and it's only applied in this box here. And it's one of the coolest thing about this this Maxon Studio. It allows us to create stuff like this where you can try it out now.
This is very cool. And you don't need to know how to use. There are so many things going into that, but you don't have to be an expert in any of them. So if you're just getting started, and you could just see a preview that here's how they could come together, and you could edit them.
You can just art direct them right away.
Yes, it makes
amazing.
Look at that.
So yeah, that's basically what I have prepared for today, and just like going through all of this. And again, this engine is not just extremely powerful in creating stuff, it's extremely powerful in keeping track on stuff. So if I were to go inside here and say, hey, don't really like, I don't know, let's say the text, give me a second, because let's say I don't like the text. Then when you go back, and your text is gone. Now this engine will keep track of stuff. So it will tell you, hey, something is missing here. But that doesn't mean the capsule doesn't work anymore. Everything will still, work. So if you want to continue to edit, you can continue to edit. In fact, if I undo enough, my text is back and it's still, editable. So it keeps track of everything. So we try to focus on that user experience. So you don't have to care too much about dependencies or what if I break it, what if I don't break it. No, go break it. We will try to keep track of and fix it for you. So,
and Alex, in case it breaks or something like that, I think you showed me once a very neat trick with Capsules, right? With Maxon Studio. And in case anybody of you out there encountering a problem with Maxon Studio, having a problem with Maxon Studio, here's the trick that Alex will show us today.
So yeah, if you have any issues with the product, we definitely appreciate reaching out, and we appreciate sending us as much details as possible about the problem so we can know and fix it. And to help you achieve that faster, if you go to the settings page here, the help page here, you're going to see a bunch of buttons. One which is open guide. So if you want to click on it, then you can start learning more about Maxon Studio from William. He put this in-depth guide about the product.
It's really good. That's really good user guide.
Yeah, it's amazing. I do encourage everybody to go check it out. William has put a lot of effort trying to put it in the easiest way possible with examples, video, images, and so on. But there's this button here called Package Logs. So if you click on it, we're basically going to package all the necessary files we need. We're going to give it a name and a date. But you can take this package right here. We're going to open even the Finder for you and click Open Support and reach out to our wonderful customer support team and just send them the package that we just packaged for you. And it's the easiest way that you can help us to make the product better. Obviously,
it is very, very cool. I would even say, just behind the scenes, it has been a really helpful way for someone like me who is not a programmer to be able to send what info I needed to Alex, who's invited us to make these. So by doing this, both the engineering team and artists alike will learn how to communicate nicely with each other. So the product can reflect whatever experience we come up with together.
I couldn't say it better. And again, our philosophy is to create tools by artists for artists. So if anything, you're just helping us trying to create the best product for you. And I
feel like that should be a revolutionary thing that all software everywhere has, a package logs and contact support buttons. So you just it's just all those steps are just done for you. So users don't have to hunt down where customer service is or keep track of all their information and Google how to get information about their computer and all that stuff. It's already packaged up for you in this nice little button, and it's really cool.
Yeah, where you can click on the button and then you can watch one of the coolest tutorials from Chad Perkins himself.
Oh, stop! Turn the machine gun on me.
I really highly recommend that tutorial. That's really sum it up really well.
Very unfair to turn the compliment machine gun on me.
Or you can just watch VFX and Chill, or wait for the next season of VFX and Chill.
What?
Right directly from the panel.
Exactly.
You heard it here first on Create with Maxon.
So, for example, if you are playing around with After Effects at, is it 10 a.m. Pacific, Hashi, on Friday?
Yes, 10 a.m. Pacific on Fridays. We are on a season break right now, which is why we're able to be creating some capsules and joining create with Maxon and all these other fun shows that are going on in the meantime.
So in the future, when you're playing around with After Effects, 10 a.m. Pacific on a Friday, don't forget to click that view button.
Precisely.
And Alex, while you are still on the geo text, Roland has a question. Is it possible to add a second or more lines to the text block?
You meant this one here? Yeah, you can press enter and start typing stuff. Now I set it up to have some sort of a track made, so it was designed that way by me. But if somebody were to like design it where you can add lines and see them, then you could definitely do that. It's just the way I set it up. I wanted to only have kind of like this design.
So if you like took the scale down so it was like smaller, would we see those lines of text? I guess it depends on each capsule. Would depend on
I set it up in a way. Yeah, exactly. I set up in a way only to take in consideration the first line. But let's try with something else. Let's actually try with the.
I love that.
So
I mean,
really good.
Yeah, as mentioned before, like they are set up just from the get-go for you to. If you're familiar with After Effects already, you can really dive right into them and find these properties and start messing with them as you like.
I think what Roland meant was, can you select the text directly in the comp panel?
Ooh.
This way?
Like in the window, the composition panel viewer. Can you select the text like in the screen, not just in the edit page, not in Studio, but like in the
actual... you mean this way? No.
Yeah.
You cannot select it that way because this is your way to communicate with your entire capsule, this edit page. You'll have to basically like go inside in here and then click on it. But if you want to do that and select it that way, sure, you can do that. Otherwise, you can just use this source text here and edit things that way. By the end of the day, it's up to you. We don't hide stuff, so if you want to dig deeper, dig deeper.
That's what I love about this. This interface right within Maxon Studio, very easy to use. If you're scared of After Effects, but if you're not scared of After Effects, crack open the hood. It's all there.
Exactly.
So many great questions coming in.
Yeah.
Let's answer.
Dermot was asking, are all the capsules Adobe RGB, 32 or 16-bit, or is there anything for ACES at the moment?
Yeah, so we have tried to design all the capsules to have color management off. That's mostly because if you work with After Effects, you don't want your noises, textures to be color managed. So now, don't quote me with every single capsule. There might be some scrutiny here and there, but in general, we have tried to do that with all the capsules. By the way, is that my microphone? I hope it's not my microphone. Is it my microphone?
I don't know. It's not Hashi or me because we were both muted.
Okay. Is it me?
It's coming from inside the house.
Okay, I think it was Max. So to go back, we have tried to design all the capsule color management off because we don't want After Effects to manage textures and noises and so on. So feel free to mingle and work in any color space you want. Now, I'm not going to promise anybody that every single capsule will be, properly color managed and so on. But a majority of them, I think they should be fine if you work in sRGB or ACES or whatever your color space you may want. And in fact, we respect your project settings. So regardless of frame rate or depth or I don't know, as long as it's 16:9 resolution, even that we respect that. So let me create a new composition here. And again, as long as it's 16:9. In fact, look, I'm going to choose another frame rate now. So I'm going to do 4K, different frame rate, and apply the same capsule. we respect all of that project settings. There you go. So
look at that. That's nice.
So far, as long as it's 16:9 when it comes to the resolution, we respect that. We'll try to expand later in the future, so we can provide you more flexibility, especially for vertical content. It's just small steps getting there.
And to be honest, this is like the first iterations of the product, right, Alex? I mean, yeah.
There's the exciting long roadmap ahead of us.
Amazing.
Absolutely. Get in on the ground floor, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, can you distribute these capsules? I'm sorry, that probably like not a correct word of, I mean, the correct choice. Can you save a capsule as an AAP and send it to someone who doesn't have Maxon Studio in this case?
It's a very good question.
Yeah, so that's not possible. You're required to have Maxon Studio. You're required to have at least a Regine license, because this capsules, this engine is not powered just by After Effects. It's powered by Regine tools, so we can harness the entirety of Regine plugin array portfolio and make capsule with them, like this one where I use Geo and a bunch of other Universe stuff and a bunch of other Regine plugins. So you definitely require a listed Regine subscription. Or Maxon One subscription. And actually, there's a very neat feature we have implemented, which is the ability to share project files between two computers, or how many computers you may want. And all we require from you is have Maxon Studio installed and Regine installed. And we'll keep track of all of your stuff and try to remove that friction between sharing,
It sounds very, very fun. And also, just to that effect, like I am very interested in creating capsules that, like in theory, like if you share the After Effects file, it may open, but it would let you know any effects that you were missing. You wouldn't have the edit panel to easily access everything. Yeah, I feel like we're working toward just a general harmony between people use. I don't know what I'm saying. Ignore me.
User experience. We focus on the user experience. So exactly as Hashi mentioned, we're just trying to provide a good enough user experience, so you don't have to worry about, can I share this project file? Can I give it to my friend? Can I save this? Can I do that? And so on.
I think one of the things that we try to do at Maxon is that, when we have like a new idea for something like this, that's like completely different, or like we did with real lens flares, instead of waiting years to implement every single feature and every single idea and wait till everything is just like perfect, like we get the product into where it's like a really good, solid base point, and then we really want to put it in the hands of the community. So it's like a more stable beta, like a usable beta, because we want to get people's feedback. We want to hear back from what people are doing and how people are using the tools and things like that. So we hear the request to be able to create your own capsules. We definitely hear that, but there's a lot of Windows message things going on.
Yes. Oh, I'm so sorry. Am I porting this all through? I apologize.
But yeah, so it stopped.
No, I think that's a good way to describe it, because if you want to try to build a perfect product before it is out there, you will end up with tunnel vision, and users are a humongous part of what this process should be. So we like getting stuff to you early, so you can tell us what you wish was in it and how you would actually use it, because we may not have thought of it.
Exactly.
And also, if you've thought of it out there, it's likely we're talking about it over here too. So hearing more voices makes us know that we can say to our coworkers, I was right. We had to do this.
Yeah.
Especially the I was right part. I can guarantee to all of you that every single time, come to a show or checking comments, regardless of the platform, we are tracking everything. And me and the team, we put everything on a list. And even if you said twice, 3 times, 10 times, it just helps us validate or let's say test some of the assumptions we had. And we love collaborating with you. So just let us know.
We really do. We're all a bunch of nerds working on stuff that we want to make really cool. So we really do appreciate the feedback. Even if you're just really upset with something and you just need to post about it, that's fine. But also remember, it's a bunch of nerds over here. Just nerd out with us. Tell us what we should do.
Absolutely.
Because we use this stuff too, like these are our tools that like when we're making, promo content or like intros for a new show, like we're using these tools just like you are. So, if there's some idea that you feel like would make it better, like it benefits everyone, so.
I think that's the coolest part. And it's probably one of the coolest part of working at Maxon as well. It's like, by the end of the day, I'm a compositor, you're a visual effects artist, compositor, you are a colorist, Chad does every single piece of art imaginable. So by the end of the day, we are just, a bunch of artists who wants to, create art and share it. And sometimes creating art comes in the form of software.
Yeah.
Beautifully said.
And by the way, Alex, there is another questions regarding multi-frame rendering. And some Dermot says that some plugins don't play nice with multi-frame rendering, like reflecting or shadows. Is it recommended to turn it on and off, or how do you approach it?
I mean, if you have any issues, then please turn it off. We're working heavily trying to get every single plugin up to date with the latest technology and its host capabilities. Now Red Giant has over 130 plus plugins, so there's a lot of work and a lot of stuff, and sometimes it may take us a little bit longer than we wanted to improve across the board.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm seeing like the time, since we only have like a couple more minutes left. And here are the things. I have some idea, guys. What do you think? I think we open the sessions, like the series, Create with Maxons, with some idea of how to design a party poster. Right, Chad?
Yeah, dude.
And what do you think if we invite our audience today that is watching this stream or watching the recording? What do you think if we invite them to create some nice design with Maxon Studio and using the content that you showed on the first sessions, Party at the Garage, and then after that, if they can create something cool and submit it to us for next week, and we'll review that, and the winner will get something special from the shop. What do you think?
That sounds awesome, man. I forgot to share my screen earlier. I could share my screen and show
absolutely,
you,
man.
for those that didn't see week 1. Let's see, how do I do that?
There's a
present.
Yes.
Yeah, the very large present.
We are tech people here.
Okay, now you can see my screen. Good job, Max, making that happen so fast. So in week 1, we were talking about just like the basics of motion design, which we'll finish next week. But we talked about the basics of motion design, and I was talking about having just a bunch of information and how to design it. And then we got to this place where we kind of like arranged it and stylized it a little bit. We didn't yet talk about the animation part, but we kind of like used Maxon Studio, without talking about that we were actually using Maxon Studio, to arrange the text in a more like artfully designed way. And so we have emphasis on some elements. We're using color, we're using shape, and different things like contrast and things like that to call attention to certain elements. So that's what we're kind of thinking, is that like we would put it to you to take all of this content and then make it into your own design. I don't think you have to use Maxon Studio, right? You could use whatever you want. but you're taking this content and packaging it up in a better designed way.
Yeah,
I love that. Where do people share their once they come up with something? How do they share?
So when you have something, you can please submit that to training@maxon.net and just put create with Maxon as a subject. Okay. And yeah, the content of that, how do you call it? Design should be party at the garage, that this content that chat is actually showing now. So you can literally pause it if you like cannot read that much, because there's like a clump of information up there. So that's actually the idea of like create some cool design. So design this using some cool how do you call it, motion designs that is available in Maxon Studio or anything, and then after that submit that to Maxon training team, that is training@maxon.net, and don't forget to use create with Maxon as a title. And then after that we'll review that next week, and the winner will get something special from the store. Right,
I'm gonna copy and paste the text into the chat. So
into the chat.
There we
Thank
go.
you very much.
Yeah, there we go. Oh well, it came out. It didn't all fit in one bubble. It came out right. Sorry about that.
but to anybody who's watching it offline, I mean, you can just pause the video and you can, retype it.
Yes.
Cool.
That's the John verse.
The John verse.
That's the John verse. I have a question. Can I join to the contest?
Yeah. Yes, but you can't win.
Perfect.
You're barred from winning.
Alexandru will pick the winner.
Oh, I love it.
Yes.
Can I pick it with Hashi?
Absolutely. Why not?
So
it's impromptu.
Okay.
We
As
just
I
came up
mentioned,
with this idea. Yeah.
As I mentioned, I'm
I
very
like
bad
it.
with color, so I need somebody to help me.
I love that. We will love all of your submissions, and yeah, will we have a week for that? When should people get that in?
It's gonna be next week. So if you can submit that before next week, I think before weekend, even like Thursday, by Thursday, if you can submit that before Thursday, that would be perfect. And just send the render out of it. MP4 would be nice, right? Or if it's a JPEG, then a JPEG would be nice. If it's a still image, right?
Absolutely. And if you have any just broad suggestions for presets and things like that you'd love to see in Maxon Studio after playing with it for a bit, just comment on this video, share it with us on socials, and let us know what you wish were easier to do with our plugins, and maybe we could make a capsule for you for that. Capsule requests.
But if you want to submit a private questions, you can do that by scanning this QR code, right?
I love that. I feel like a theme today is just letting people know work with us. It would be so cool. We love it. We really do.
That's awesome. Cool. All right. And with that being said, is there anything you want to say on top of that, Chad, or Alex, or Hashi?
No.
Otherwise, I will just wrap it up and do another housekeeping.
I saw an important question which I would like to answer. So
yes,
if you don't see the visual effects category or capsules, we are sorry for that. But please close After Effects, go to Task Manager or Activity Monitor, and just new Maxon Content Service. Just close it, and then the next time you open After Effects with Studio, it should be there. So please do that. Just nuke it.
Most of the time, it should work by just like closing and opening it, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Just Maxon Studio without closing After Effects. Like from my experience, like just closing and reopening Studio, even with After Effects still open, refreshes all the new capsules.
That's the idea. We're working toward it, working really helpfully every time you open it up new. You have a new set of stuff.
Yeah.
Alrighty. That's cool. So Alrighty. If you want to check the upcoming webinars or upcoming shows, it will be listed in maxon.net/events. Maxon.net/events. That's it. And if you want to catch up with the recording, it will be in YouTube. So go to YouTube and type in Maxon Training Team. And if you like to, you can also subscribe to Maxon Training Team. And again, don't forget to get your free merchandise. The links and the codes is up above in the chat. So scroll up, you'll find that. Okay. So with that being said, thank you very much, Hasi. Thank you very much, Alex. And thank you very much, chat. Maybe we'll see each other again next week, and we'll talk about the winner of the submission.
Woo!
That'll be fun.
Excellent. I love that. Thank you so much, everybody. Yeah, thanks for having us on here.
Yeah, thanks for being here, Hashi.
Chat up nerdy stuff.
Thank you very much, everybody. See you next week. And don't forget to submit that submissions. Take care and bye-bye.
Submit.
Bye.